what do we have here? We have a Peugeot 206 GTI. So, under the bonnet, we've got a 2 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine which produces 140 horsepower, which is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. And this car handles beautifully. You can throw this car around bends and it will just pull it pulls you at the other end. Because this car, momentum wise, it can carry a lot of speed through bends. My goodness, man, I should be talking, but I'm like more engrossed in the actual drive of this thing.
The Peugeot 206 GTI was an evolution of the legendary Peugeot 205 GTI, which was huge in the rally scene in the late 1980s. The Peugeot 205 GTI was also nominated as Car of the Decade by Car Magazine in the 1990s, and it was one of the best handling cars of the late 20th century.
And this car was designed in 2005, so it's a 2005 model, and it basically replaced the outgoing 205 GTI, which was around in the mid-90s, which my father told me was a very well handling car back in the day. Now, this design was actually made in 1999 or 1998, so it is a 20-year-old design. However, nonetheless, saying that, it's still a fairly modern car with an old school feel. You jump in this car, everything's close to you. Wing mirror is close to you, steering wheel is close to you, gearbox is close to you, and you're literally jumping in this thing and it feels like a go-kart. Power wise, it has got 140 horsepower, however the low down torque in this car is really, really good. From sort of 1,500 RPM to 3,500 RPM, it does pull really well. Anything above 5,500, I feel the power dies off a little bit. Compared to the FN2, obviously this car, the FN2 sounds more like an orchestra with a VTEC. This is a bit more rough and ready, shall we say. But it is grunty, a very grunty car. And we've got a cyclist in front of us who is doing 10 miles per hour, so we must slow down and respect the cyclist. Now he's speeding up to 15 miles an hour, so props to him. You know, he's respecting the 206 GTI's incredible speed, but I'm going to overtake him. Thank you, cyclist. What a nice guy. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, this car. So it feels like a go-kart. You can throw this GTI into the bends and you've got the confidence that it will pull round. I kid you not, this 206 can keep up with your Audi S3s, your Focus STs around the back road. This is a B-road basher, this car. This thing will eat up back roads. Because the reason I'm saying it will eat up back roads is because on the straights, yes, this car does not have the legs to keep up with an Audi S3 or a Focus ST. They will annihilate this thing on the straights. However, the back roads, this car, through the bends, especially through the bends, under braking and cornering speed, it will catch up with an ST. It will be on the back side of an ST. And the driver of that S3 or ST will be looking in the rear mirror seeing this 206 and being like, how the hell is this car keeping up with me? Like, what is in that? It's a sleeper in that sense. And compared to the FN2, this car is a lot lighter, so you can throw it about more, and it just feels mechanical. Like, the steering is heavy, you've got a good feel of the road, you can feel, you know, there's not much body roll and there's not much understeer as well, considering it is a front wheel drive car. And second gear pulls in this are really fun as well, right? I'm going to do a wee second gear. You know, 4,000 RPM, 5,000 RPM, 6,000 RPM, changing to third. So, for example, in an FN2 will rev to 8,300 RPM. This, it revs about 6,000, but there's probably no point revving it further than 5.5 because the power then starts to die off. But mid-range torque in this is nice. The brakes are really good as well. Third gear pull now. You know, it just holds the road beautifully. Considering this car is a 20-year-old design, it is a really, really fantastically built car. If you're 18, 19, 20 years old, right, and you're looking to get something that's fun, exciting to drive and cheap, this is the car for you. This Peugeot 206 GTI is the car. Obviously, if you want a cruiser and you want something to get your day to be, then get a diesel, get a 1 Series diesel. But if you want something with a bit of excitement on the weekends, like this is a weekend toy, you could say as well. But it's just amazing how much performance you get out of a tiny car like this. One downside, or a couple of downsides to the car, the gearbox. It has long throws, so the gear shift is it's a bit long. So from like second to third and fourth, fifth, the throws are really long. So this car would do well with a short shifter. I think the pedals are well set actually. They're not too close together. They are well set. It does feel like you are sitting on top of the car rather than like in it. But to be honest with you, once you start driving it and you're having that fun in the car, you couldn't care less. Like, brakes are really good. So this car's had the brakes done, but new disc pads. It's done 98,000 odd miles. So it's a 15-year-old car. So that was just a wee run in the Peugeot 206 GTI. So I haven't driven the car for a few months, and it felt good to be back in this car, putting it through its paces. But yeah, if you'd like to give this video a wee like, please do, and also subscribe to the channel for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.